Hey everybody, I'm Derek. Welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a video that I think will be pretty interesting. Hope you like it. I just wanted to kind of talk about basically how much you can get into welding for. And the price that I kind of came up with was $350 for the items that I'd recommend. So I'm just going to go over some of the items here, talk about them, tell you some prices, and kind of go over some of your other options as far as these products go to help you get started into welding. So I just have to let you know really quick, it's been 1 day since I filmed this video. Now I'm going through and editing it and taking screenshots of products and prices, and they're already different. So they're probably going to look different when you go and look them up, but they'll probably be roundabout within the same ballpark of what I said. And they're already different on here, so don't try and hold me to it. Just letting you know ahead of time that the prices are probably going to change. So here I've got my Century FC90. It's the only welder on my little list that I've got here that I actually have experience with. It's a great welder. I highly recommend it. These days this is running you $220. I picked it up for $180 back a couple of years ago, so prices have really gone up, probably due to COVID and the trade wars. Another option I'd give you is the Titanium Easy Flux from Harbor Freight. That runs $200, and I did find a coupon that was expired from, I think, July of this year, which is 2020, for $179. And so that's the cheapest welder on this list, and I think it's probably really good. I have never used one of the titaniums, but as far as I can tell, it's very similar to the Century. I think the internals are quite a bit different. I think it's probably a very good welder. And the third option I'd give you is the Forney FCI welder. Now, I do have a Forney 140MP. It's a multi-process welder, stick, TIG, MIG, flux core, and I'm really happy with it. It's a good welder. Haven't done my review on it yet. I think if I was going to start all over again, like buying my very first welder, I probably would pick up that the Forney FCI. I think it's FCI 140. I don't know for sure. Like if I was going to start over, especially if I was going to start over right now, because that runs $230. It only runs $10 more than the Century. It's able to hold 10-pound spools. That's really the biggest advantage that you have with the Forney, is that it'll hold 10-pound wire spools, which I think is really awesome, and significantly cheaper than buying 2 and 1 pound spools. If I was trying to be really cheap, I'd probably go for that titanium too. Not that I don't like the Century. I've got nothing against it, but I could either spend only $10 more and get have the ability to run 10-pound spools, or I could save myself $40 if I was buying it on sale and buy the titanium. Definitely on all these products that I'm talking about here, go ahead and do your own research on them. I'm just offering you some products, kind of giving you a baseline of what you could expect to spend to get into welding, and I'm not trying to be too particular to any company. I am a fan of Harbor Freight, but I definitely don't want to shill for them, especially because they ain't paying me jack crap to say any of this stuff. Even when they're using some of my videos on their website, they're not doing anything for me. So that brings us to the second thing. You're going to need a good welding helmet to protect your eyes and be able to actually successfully weld. This is a Yes Welder welding helmet. I picked it up for, actually I didn't pick it up for anything. They sent it out to me. They sent me out 3 different versions of the same model of welding helmet. All 3 of them ran flawlessly. I gave the other 2 away to some family members. I've got no issues. This is the one I pick up most of the time. It's got this, I think they call it like True View or True Color or something like that. Apparently it's a rip-off of technology from another brand. I'm not really exactly sure. I've not looked into it a whole lot. It definitely gives you a very nice clear viewing window, especially compared to my Red Design Harbor Freight helmet. It's only, I don't know if I said it already, but it's only $37. Just to give you another option, you can go pick up the Harbor Freight standard auto darkening welding helmet for $45, but they do have a coupon for it right now actively for $35. So you would save $2, but I think that the viewing window is a little bit better for this. So if I was going to do it all over again, I'd probably pick up this Yes Welder welding helmet. So the next thing you got to have, you can't really do welding without an angle grinder, and you can do a whole lot of welding with just an angle grinder. Basically what I've got here. So this is just a good baseline to get you started, but I really like this Bauer Rat Tail 8-amp angle grinder. It's been a really good angle grinder. It's the one I grab most of the time. I do most of my heavy-duty grinding with it, and this will run you $45. I did find some old expired coupons for it for $35, but I think that most of the time you're probably going to find it for $45, and it's definitely worth it at that price, in my opinion. So just to give you, again, a few other options, you can go pick up a Ryobi 5.5 amp grinder from Home Depot for $34. that I have no experience with. You can also pick up a DeWalt 7-amp grinder for $65, but of course, you know, that's going up about 20 bucks from the Bauer and almost double the price from the Ryobi. So this is definitely the grinder I'd recommend. It's a great grinder, and I've been using it a whole heck of a lot and really enjoy it. So we'll talk about gloves next. You gotta have gloves. These are the premium, the Lincoln Electric Premium Black and Red welding gloves. They are pretty good, but they're actually just a stand-in for some welding gloves that I've only had one pair of, but I like them so much that I'm just waiting for these to wear out to go buy some more. It's the Lincoln Electric gray welding gloves. Usually you can pick up for 20 bucks the gray pair that I think are pretty much every bit just as good. You can pick up for $10. They're probably the gloves that I'll use pretty much from here on out. I have nothing bad to say about them. They were very, very good at protecting my hands against heat, and then they were just really durable. I used them for like the first 2.5 years. Really a great welding glove. That's what I'd recommend, is picking up the Lincolns. I know the Harbor Freight has some. You can pick up some off of Amazon. There's another company called Black Stallion that probably makes some pretty decent welding gloves. You could go anywhere with them. I haven't spent a lot of time using different gloves, and I'm totally satisfied with those gray Lincoln Electric gloves. I think I bought these just as a impulse buy sometime, and so I'm just kind of waiting to wear them out until, or at least getting to the point where I know I'm gonna wear them out pretty soon, and then I'll go pick up a couple pairs of the gray Lincoln Electric welding gloves. So then we'll talk about welding wire. Can't weld without welding wire. I've got the Lincoln Electric Inner Shield here. This is just a 1-pound spool, and you can pick it up for $13 from Home Depot. That was the price I saw on it. Or another option here is Blue Demon, and this is made in the USA. There is a sticker for it there. Hopefully you can see that. And it's a 2-pound spool that you can pick up for $18. I've heard a lot of people say that this Blue Demon flux core welding wire is the best flux core wire you can get. A third option is the Vulcan flux core, and that's also 2 pounds that you can pick up for $20. And I've seen coupons for $16 for them that were expired. But I'd pick up this Blue Demon because it is made in the USA. All of these products together, if you're going to start in welding and you wanted to buy all this stuff to get yourself going and you had nothing starting out, this is going to run you about 350 bucks, give or take a little bit, depending on what time you buy, what kind of deals you get, whether or not you use coupons or not, which stuff you pick up, because like I said, I did offer some other options that are a little bit better or a little bit more expensive. Whether they're better or not is to be determined, but I definitely wouldn't hesitate to pick up any of this stuff. But like I said, go do your research, find out what products are best for you. There's lots of reviews out there on this stuff, and I've even got a few reviews on some of these products. Yeah, overall, I've got nothing bad to say about the stuff on this table. Any of the things mentioned in this list that I kind of gave you, I think that ought to give you a pretty good starting point if you're just thinking about getting into welding. Even if you're not, even if you've already gotten yourself into welding, hopefully this video is interesting to you. I know I kind of like watching videos like this, but yeah, I think this will give you a really good starting point. Obviously, you'll need some metal too. Metal is really expensive, but I'm sure you can pick up some scraps somewhere to do some practicing on. If you haven't already, please go down and give me the thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. You can give me a thumbs down too, either way. If you didn't like the video, that's fine. If you did find that you really liked the video and you want to watch some videos on DIY level welding, sort of things like that, please go down and click subscribe. I'm giving you a thumbs up. You can give me a thumbs up too. I know I already said that, but go down and click subscribe for me as well. I'd really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.